There's a little bit of a wiggle there from Jason. We look from the rear of the Haas. Just looking for the close spell on track, and that will be Razagamer as Kieran looks like he's lost the position to Jack. So one Mercedes out of the points, the other one at threat from Razagamer. We'll cut to this battle here. Look at that. The Alpine of Hoodim getting under attack from Owen Bossy, looking to come back from that very adventurous spin through turn 9. But we head into turn 4. Now heading into turn 5 with the Red Bull driver, who's sliding around a bit. As meanwhile, Trusted really not having a lot of pace in this opening stint of the race. As I think D1 are just sorting themselves out. Meanwhile, here in D3, we're on lap 4, heading on to lap 5 in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, about now. No, now. As we head down the straight here, the Aston Martin of Turbo Chris, the sprint race winner, the Scotsman, looking to take at him and leave him for dust. As he's closing up to the back of him. Is he going to make the move down the inside? He is. He's gone late on the brakes. The last of the late breakers. Daniel Ricciardo has. He glues himself to the side pod. He doesn't have the traction on his hard tyres, but he does have the straight line speed and the horsepower and the torque to get ahead of the Scuderia. The Williams in the background nearly makes it 3 wide, as losing 2 positions is GRL Atom, who drops to 9th. 2 positions gone like that. As Turbo Chris just drinking up GRL Atom and throwing him back down to 9th, drinking him like an iron brew can. Scotsman reference. Anyway, we have Ron Lawn and contact again. Owen Bossy's round again in the gravel at turn 7, the same place his teammate spun at the end of the sprint, and Owen Bossy has accepted that this is not his day and he has retired from the sprint race, or from the actual race, should I say. Not his day. Meanwhile, it looks like it's not going to be Houdin's day either, as he's just been passed by Kieran Nag. So he's not going to be able to keep that position for now. Meanwhile, I think AJ Nolan's under attack from Lloyd, who goes ahead. Jay Slynn and Thomas, I think, are battling as well. I think they were, but I think that ended. Meanwhile, Turbo Chris looking for a move. Back down the inside of Razagamer. He's done it again. Very good under braking is Turbo Chris. Last of the late breakers. Very Daniel Ricciardo-esque driving. I think that was also battling further back. As Ron's out. Well, Ron's gone. Ron spun. Shocking. As the McLaren again round. Not the best for Ron Lawn. As meanwhile, we look further up the field. Freedom in the 46. With Owen Bossy. Oh, with Razagamer, should I say. Who's ahead of him by just over 2/10 of a second. Very close at the moment, but it looks like they're all just settling into the race, getting into some momentum. Meanwhile, Freedom, I think his momentum would be better spent up in 7th place, and I think he knows that too. And he gets ahead of Razagamer, the back-to-back winner for round 3 and 4 of this league. Now gets passed on lap 7 of the Austrian Grand Prix. And he gets passed by the 46 car, the man who has the same number as Valentino Rossi has in MotoGP and in WEC, because meanwhile he gets to watch Nanu and Turbo Chris. Turbo Chris back up. He's really utilising those hard tyres well, making use of everyone on the mediums going through graining, it looks like. I'm surprised if Turbo Chris is going up the field like this. I'm surprised that Jay Slynn hasn't really utilised the pace in the same way. Maybe that's the setup thing. But Jay Slynn really not able to use the hard tyres in the same way that Turbo Chris is able to use them. And he's made up 3-4 positions in the last 2, 3, 4 laps. He's really on a rampage at the moment. Meanwhile, looking further down the field to Lloyd, it looks like he's in a bit of a pickle. He's got Kieran and he's got AJ Nolan on his case. As meanwhile, the leaders are battling Jammy and the McLaren of St. Daisy side by side. They're not going to be able to make it, as they are just burning up their mediums, heading down the hill into turn 4. Inside for the Scuderia. He runs to the back. No, he doesn't. He just locks up. That looked very deep on the brakes, but he's going to leave himself vulnerable to Jay Slynn.